Damn. Just woke up from the nicest nap in the world. Woke up completely disoriented. Still trying to get myself straight. No homo. Let's see. That should be clean. Clean enough. We got a lot to cover today. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here for about an hour. So let's just get straight into it. Today we're gonna jump right into the news. We usually do the news halfway through. Where's my little paper from yesterday? Um, yeah. So we do a little yapping, right? We talk about our systems. We do the news report, and we do some live alerts. We talk about the news, some commentary on the news. We analyze the markets. We either watch some YouTubes and then we update you on the journey, right? This was helped me a lot, not just with this organizing the stream, but just in life. Like, um, I love a little triangle that helps me put everything into frame. It helps me systemize things. It makes it very, very simple for me to actually see things and clarify things for myself. Um, Today, the news. Should we start right into the news? Okay. It's mostly economic news for today. I didn't see much going on. Let's see. We gotta pull up. I gotta pull up YouTube and make sure. um, are you getting sleepy? Cause I'm getting sleepy. I need some water. Uh, 3 minutes. 3 minutes gone by. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Live. That's what that looks like. Live. And that's us right there. And that's Marquez. Marquez Brown. We watched his video the other day. One of the first streams. We had not much to do. So we watched a Marquez video. You can never go wrong with the Marquez video. You see, these lights are a little too forward for my liking. I gotta push it back, push it back, push it back, push it back. Right there. Oh, a little more. Just don't want to see the actual light bulb. Okay. Let's light pretty evenly. Yeah. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do in this stream? What? Play video games? I don't know. Don't have the patience for that. We're gonna go into the news report. Do you have any questions? Just freaking ask. let's see. News report. News report. Da, 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 da. Breaking news. Breaking news. Okay. Just jumping right into it. I like this. I don't really have nothing to yap about today per se. No, today we have good lighting. That's a little overlit. We're gonna drop it down a little bit. Oh, 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 oh. How do you drop it down? Good day. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So about there. Up there is fine. Pretty evenly lit. Can you get the dogs, man? Uh, just leave it. The dogs are dirty. You can't wash the bed of the dog without washing the dog. Come on, come on. You gotta wash both. You can't just wash. How about we take a little pause on the stream today and I take a little nap? It's taking me 7 minutes to warm up. 7 minutes to warm up, and I'm still not that warmed up. I don't know what we're gonna do. Okay. Let's see. What do we have to talk about today? Let's do a little warm up. I was about to go to the news, but let's do a little warm up first. If you could book a flight tomorrow for anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Let's see. Mm, mm, mm. Did we already talk about this? I feel like we already talked about this. I don't know. Anywhere tropical. Absolutely. If it has water and warm weather, that's where I want to be. I don't care where. Do you see this sweater? I don't want to be wearing anything. I want to be in the sun, freaking getting some fresh air, jumping into the water whenever I want, not feeling freaking cold when I get out of the water. That would be perfect. Key West, Hawaii, Costa Rica. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. Just top places. I really like that. Although Key West might be a little overrated. Yes, it's at the tip and it's beautiful, but I just feel like the actual beaches, like it's not all that. It's not all that. There's definitely better beaches out there. Um, I don't think that's the top whatsoever. I have a list actually of the top beaches that I like. Let's see. How about we look that up? Let's see. Top beaches that I would go to. Hmm. Uh, it would be one of the top ones. Grace Bay Beach and the Turk and Caicos. Um, Leeward Beach, which is adjacent to the Grace Beach, very close. Those two, very top 10, top 5, top 3, probably one of the best beaches in the whole entire world. Um, calm, shallow, little to no animals, clean, just just beautiful. Um, this one's close to Pelican Point Beach at Leeward Beach, the access point, and then we have Whitehaven Beach and Whitsunday Island in Australia. Top 10. Top 10. I'm not scared of nobody. Y'all can come get me. I'm fine. That's where you'll find me. Security all over. No, I'm not scared. Come for me. Come for me, bro. It's fine with me. Should have those places protected and not allowed anybody in. But it's fine. I don't mind. You guys can show up. Show up if you guys want to. Show up to the sacred spots. The most beautiful spots in the freaking earth are those like 3, 4 top beaches. I'm sure there's better ones, but those like are undisputed. Undisputed. 10 out of 10. Let's see. If you could change your first name to another name, what would you choose? And is there any significance? I want simplicity. I want simplicity. So I would change it from Hugo to UGO. UGO. U, the letter U, G, O. But some little freak took the username. Someone took the username. Apparently that's a common name or nickname in some parts of Africa because they have this really long something something, so they just shorten it to UGO, Hugo, which is just perfect. It's so perfect, but no, freaking apparently it's taken. Apparently it's taken. Great. This is just what I wanted. That would have been just literally the perfect branding. Like UGO. UGO. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. Like, how much do I want that? And then I thought about it too long. Too late. I thought about it way too late. That's why you don't wait to jump on your dreams. You go right to it. As soon as you have an idea, you execute it because when time goes by, others will have the exact same idea. It's happened to me several times in the past where I have something, for example, we're looking to build a competitive to Starbucks. It was going to be coffee and the symbol and. Apparently there's a small store somewhere in Woodbridge, Virginia that is called Coffee and. Not that it hinders you or stops you. You can still go ahead and utilize the ideas and make it better. And if they haven't trademarked it, go ahead. At the end of the day, it's just whoever's bigger wins. Right? Whoever can outbuy the other one wins. So whoever has those UGO usernames, get ready because I'm coming for you. I don't care. I will make that my one and only motivation to freaking make videos just to get that username. Watch me, bro. Watch me. Have you changed over the last 5 years? I've learned how to systemize my thinking and my doing. I think that's the best way to put it. I've learned how to systemize everything down to the freaking bones. That's one of the things I've changed in my personality. I don't think I've changed it. Um, if anything, I'm able to express my personality more freely and not give a flying crap what anybody thinks or what anybody's gonna do when I when I act myself. So that's it. Um, do you prefer sunrise or sunset? I think I think both. I could not pick one. If I had to pick one, it would be I think sunrise because you get to see the day start. You get to see everything begin, and then you have uh, the whole day to enjoy the sun. But a sunset is actually everything winding down and closing down, and then the darkness comes, and the day is over, right? But sunrise is just a freaking river of opportunities for the day. You can do so much. You can go to Chuck E. Cheese, you can go to the park, you can go you can play with slime, you can do so much. You can sell water in the corner of the street. Um the possibilities are endless for one day's work. Let's see. Um, I if I like to align my days with the sunrise and the sunset. Actually, everything's right. So uh when I walk my dogs, when I do a running workouts, and then when I do my cleansing around the house, meditation, and my prayers, I want it all to be aligned with the sunrise, so the world waking up and everything coming on, and then the uh sun sets. I do the exact same thing at sunset. So I do the exact same thing at sunrise and the exact same thing at sunset. That aligns me with the day's just natural energy curve, right? This is just that's what it is. The the earth has a natural energy curve, which is the sun. The sun goes up and then it comes down, right? That's the energy curve. And then usually the middle of the day, which from 12 to 3, right? Depending on the month and the time of the year. On stream, on Kick, this is a little overblown. Um, I need like a diffuser or something. That would be nice if I had a diffuser. Yeah, yeah. That's way overblown. Um, how can I diffuse this? I lost my diffuser. That's such a big difference. All the camera people are probably like going crazy in their freaking house, just seeing me completely mess up my lighting. Like I know I understand lighting theory, how to light things and how to light a scene. I have a lot of basic knowledge in film and production, but I'm lazy as fuck trying to freaking move lights around, seeing the room and how it bounces, and having deflectors on here and diffusers here. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right, just have one key lights and the supporting lights. Let's see. We I think we're fine. I think we're fine. We've done enough talking for today. Pumped you up, and we talked a little bit about my systems, my sunrise sunset systems. Now we can go into the news report and the live report and the commentary. Let's go. Yeah, if you're watching now, it's gonna get boring. So pre- prepare your popcorn. All right, prepare your popcorn because we're about to talk about the news, and nobody likes to watch the news unless you're like freaking 40 years old and above. Okay. If you're like 12 years old, you're probably not gonna like the news segments that we do. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Um, where were we? Right here. Not that one. Right here is my news reports. We don't have much today. A lot of just financial and economic news today. A lot of financial and economic news. So if the news are boring already, economic news are even more boring. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you. Just how about you just grab a popcorn, leave this running in the background, and go clean. Go do something productive for yourself. Go to the laundry or something. Go do something that is beneficial. All right. While I do this news reports that I have to do daily. Okay. It's a job. It's a job. I like it. We're good. Lighting, light bulb. Okay. Top US and world headlines today. US military action escalates. US military actions escalate tensions with Venezuela. US forces have seized an oil tanker off Venezuela's coast, drawing sharp condemnation from President Nicolas Maduro go- government, which called the move international piracy. The operation was carried out under judge warrants amid concerns about illicit. Okay. Top US and world headlines today. US military action escalates tensions with Venezuela. US forces have seized an oil tanker off Venezuela's coast, drawing sharp condemnation from President Nicolas Maduro government, which called the move international piracy. The operation was carried out under a judge warrant amid concerns about illicit oil shipments. US stock markets mixed. Key indices hit record highs. The Dow Jones and the S&P 500 closed at record highs, while the Nasdaq lagged due to weak tech earnings, especially from Oracle. Federal Reserve and market news. The New York Fed plans over 54 billion in market operations through mid-January, underscoring ongoing liquidity management efforts. Financial Oversight Reform proposed. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is expected to unveil a major overhaul of the Financial Stability Oversight Council, which could reshape how systematic risks are identified. Major meteor approaching the Geminids. Major meteor approaching. The Geminids meteor shower, one of the year's most spectacular astronomical events, is predicted to peak December 12th to 13th, visible across much of the world under dark skies. In global headlines, US Japan military operation. In global headlines, US Japan military cooperation amid rising tensions. US and global global headlines. US Japan military cooperation amid rising tensions. US bombers joined Japanese air self-defense force jets. Global in 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 global headlines. US Japan military cooperation amid rising tensions. US bombers joined Japanese air self defense force jets in a show of force over the Sea of Japan following recent China Russia drills, signaling deeper US commitment to regional security. Other notable global developments. Severe Pacific Northwest severe Pacific Northwest severe Pacific Northwest flooding continues, prompting emergency evacuations in parts of Washington and British Columbia. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake off of Japan's Sanriku. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake off of Japan's Sanriku, Sanriku, Sanri, San, Sanriku, 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 Sanriku. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake off of Japan's Sanriku coast in early December caused tsunamis and injuries. Tough a 7.6 a 7.6 magnitude earthquake off of Japan's Sanriku coast in early December caused tsunamis and injuries, though recovery continues. That's the news for today. See you tomorrow. We had a little stumble at the end. We had a little stumble. Yeah, a little stumble back and forth, back and forth. But I think we made it to the end. Let's see this. Let's start. Let's start the news report with uh the alerts. The alerts. Gotta do the alerts. Let's see what has happened today. Four things. We got four alerts. The IOC urges sports bodies to let Russia youth teams and athletes compete again. Time magazine names Architects of AI as its Persons of the Year for 2025. Let's see, who are those? Let's check it out. On December 11, 2025, Time magazine named the Architects of AI its Person of the Year, selecting a group rather than an individual, with the issue now live on time.com. Not sponsored yet. I don't know if I want the sponsor from a news outlet. Maybe Ground News. Ground News. That's the only one. Anybody else, you guys can go shove a stick up your ass. I don't care about you. It's all so biased. It's all so biased. That's why we have this news report. That's why this was created, because of the biased rhetoric that is in the mainstream news. Absolutely, absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Um, so no, no time.com. Forrester analyst Thomas Hudson urged 2025 market a tipping point as AI moved into mainstream use. Duh, duh. Two illustrated covers depicted AI builders like Jensen Huang with Nvidia, Mark Zuckerberg with Meta, and Elon Musk with AI and Tesla, XAI and Tesla. Created by Jensen Saylor, digital painter, and Peter Crowler, illustrator and graphics animator. Thank you. Thank you guys for that beautiful image. That's it. That's it. Big guys. The architects of AI. Wow. That's a pretty cool title. Pretty cool title, if I do say so myself. Um, Russia says Ukraine launched major drone attack, including on Moscow. Yeah, it's all hearsay. She say, "Hi, look at this. She did this. Oh, look at that. He did that." But never talking it out like freaking properly, like you're supposed to be doing. Why? Same thing. That same pattern continues. Same freaking pattern just continues every day. It is the same damn shit. People having a huge ego, making that a big problem to solve shit. On December 11th, Russia's defense ministry said it shot down at least 287 drones in a major attack, including at least 40 over the Moscow region. Amid a campaign to disrupt supply lines, Kiev has launched a series of drone attacks in recent weeks aimed at cutting off resource supplying Moscow worst effort and targeted Russian oil refineries and oil terminals this year. At least 40 drones were downed over the Moscow region, with explosions and debris reported in civilian areas in Moscow suburbs as emergency crews clear crash sites, Russia said. On December 11, Volodymyr Zelensky, president of Ukraine, will be joined by more than 30 countries in a virtual meeting following a Ukrainian Navy and Security Services operation that disabled a Russian Shadow Fleet oil tanker. Wow, just more war news, just more war, just war. Egos. Freaking. What are you defending? What are you defending by killing people? All right. Um, U.S. bombers join Japanese jets in show of force after China Russia drills, Tokyo says. Yeah. Uh, we were again. Some of the things keep being consistent throughout the streams. Um, on previous episodes, we talked about how BRICS is getting extremely tired of the unfairness that the Western countries continue to show, right? It's completely absurd that they get held to such a high standard, but then when the US does something or Israel does something, it's just you have to look the other way. You have to say, "Oh, but they can do that," right? They they can they can infringe on other people's sovereignty. But when it comes to their sovereignty, now it's a problem. Now it's an issue, right? When it comes to the US sovereignty and the sovereignty of Israel, now it's an issue. But when Russia wants their freedom and sovereignty and doesn't want the freaking all these global associations coming to their border and pushing a rhetoric that they don't agree with, all of a sudden that's an issue because they don't want people right up to their border saying shit when they warned us for so long. They warned us. They give us so many signs and clear messages to not come near, right? Let's look that up. Let's look that up right now. Russia signs to not be bothered. And West pushing close to the. Let's see. Yeah, from okay. You see, it's very clear. It is very clear right there. Russia gave very, very clear signs from the 1990s all the way to 2021 that it did not want NATO moving closer to its borders. They could have not been more clear. They could have not been more clear. It is it is so, I mean, so crystal freaking clear and I mean abundantly clear that Russia warned everyone. First they tried to join NATO. First they tried to join NATO. They tried several times. Why wouldn't they be able to join NATO? Why not? Then once they were rejected, clearly the next move was, hey, we're going to defend ourselves. Why? Because we do not want you to infringe on our sovereignty. Just like you don't want that. We don't want that. So keep NATO away from us. We tried to join NATO. You didn't want us. So stay away. And then Ukraine and Jordan, Ukraine and Georgia join NATO. It's like they were like pushing the buttons. Like they knew exactly what buttons to push, and they pushed it. Ukraine and Georgia joined NATO. That was the tipping point. That was the tipping point. It's basically like saying, yeah, Russia doesn't get the right to say and do whatever they want, right? Every country has the right to choose its alliances. Russia doesn't get a sphere of influence. So NATO kept expanding, building partnerships, rotating troops, training militaries, and moving closer to Russia. This was an existential threat, right? But the West will never see it like that because it's filled with so much ego. We don't see both sides of the picture. Okay, we only have 20 minutes of the stream left. 20 minutes of the stream. Let's just finish this news. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, can you blame Russia? Can you blame Russia? I don't think, if you think about it and objectively, no, you can't. No, you cannot at all. If anything, by objective evidence, they're justified. If I dare to say so. If I dare to say so in the free world, to say that Russia is justified. And that the West initiated this, pushed this, right? It's like the toxic relationship where the one partner keeps gaslighting them and pushing them to say something, do something, act a certain way. And then as soon as it happens, they can point the finger. They're like, "Oh, look at this. Mm. Aha. So this was you the whole time." That's what the West is trying. That's what the West does. They push, 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 push. And then when they react, the other party reacts, all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, how dare you? Just how dare you? But that's life. That is just what's going on. Why? Because on December 11th, U.S. nuclear capable B 52 bombers flew over the Sea of Japan, escorted by 3 Japanese F-35 stealth fighters and 3 F-15 air superiority jets, Tokyo said. China and Russia conducted long-range bomber flights on Tuesday with Russian Tu-95s and with Chinese H-6s, while Chinese aircraft carriers drilled prompted Japan to scramble. Jets, Tokyo said, were targeted by radar beam, so they locked on. Japan and the United States said the mission reaffirmed their strong resolve to prevent unilateral status quo changes by force, with Japan and South Korea lodging protests and the U.S. condemning alleged radar developments. The U.S.-Japan's show of force marked the first visible U.S. precedence since Chinese exercises began, amid tensions inflamed by Japanese Prime Minister Taiwan remarks and ongoing Chinese military pressure. That's crazy. Gotta say that is just absolutely nuts. Um, gotta love the capitalist democratic country. Gotta love it, especially when they sell you a lie, right? The Constitution of the United States is the most beautiful thing ever. Yet, its own freaking administration is compromised. And compromised on several levels. Yeah, the executive office is compromised by pure uh, blackmail. It's as simple as that. The executive office is compromised by blackmail. The legislative is compromised by lobbyist money. And the judicial is compromised by networks, networking. Oh, you're my friend. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you from way back then. You helped me out. Yeah. Just gonna let this one slide. The legislative. Oh, yeah. Lobbying. You're gonna donate all this money with the hopes that I will support your cause. With the hopes. This money does not mean nothing. I'm just gonna deposit it into your bank and hope that you will follow my plans. And the executive is being completely blackmailed. Not just this administration, but the previous administrations as well. Completely blackmailed all the way to Obama. And way before. Way before. Where did it all change? Probably when we gave all our power to the freaking uh, outside force, which is the central bank. Probably when we disconnected fully from gold standard. Do I dare to say that? Oh, oh crap. Probably when we said, oh, we're going through a little struggle. Let's just give all the billionaires power here. Print money, do whatever you got, do whatever you guys want with the economy and the basic structure of what pushes the government forward and creates expansion, right? Yeah, have fun with that. Do whatever you guys want. Save us, please. Interesting, huh? Interesting how it all works out. We gave all the power away. And ever since then, things have not been the same. Yes, there is economic growth, of course, duh. But who is in control of this economic growth? Is it the government? Not directly. Because when we get a nice pulling of the levers, oh, a little cut here, oh, a little race there. Oh, because when you take out a loan from a bank, and they have interest on you, now you don't just owe them the money that you used, right? That would be logical. You take something, then you give it back in full. But they want more on top of that. Control. They want control. And if they cannot have that, they move in specific ways to take control. Have you ever heard of a bank taking over a house? Have you ever heard of a bank taking over a car? Well, have you ever heard of a country owing money to a bank and then having the whole power structure as a collateral? Yeah, you owe us this amount of money, but if you allow us to do these certain things, we'll let it slip a little longer and then we'll print a little more money for you. You just allow us to move a couple laws into our favor, pass a couple things that will benefit us, and we'll be fine. Oh, something is happening over here that doesn't benefit us? Yeah, just send the United States Army there, just in case. For not for the benefit of the citizens of the United States, not for the benefit of the citizens, but for the benefit of the people who print the money. That that's why we have military operations, right? To protect the civilians, to protect the civilians, or to protect the interest of the people printing money. World Bank, anybody? The Bank of the World Bank, anybody? Interesting, huh? Interesting how it all plays out. But it's all going to change with a simple accountability, and exposure of truth. And that cannot be done from the outside because it just looks like exposure. It just looks like, oh, you got caught doing the wrong thing. So then that uplift all these egos that this people already have. Huge egos. Oh, I did this. I'm in this level of society. So I have huge ego, right? I made it this far in the world and society, so I deserve to have a big ego. But if they get exposed from the outside, those egos are just gonna inflate and they're gonna dig themselves a deeper hole. Just like we've seen with Benjamin Bibi Bibi Netanyahu. Same exact same thing. This inflated ego that is so simple to just fix the issue, but yet refuses refuses to be wrong one time. That's fine. That's okay. Because truth prevails. Light shines. The sunrise always comes back every day. And it shines across the whole world. Because light pushes the darkness out. And the sunrise is here. The rising sun is here. And the light is shining. So they won't have that big ego for much longer. And the truth will come out internally. Internally. There will be accountability, not from an exterior source like the ICC, International Court, but it'll be directly by these people, these same people that will acknowledge what is going on and then will start moving in the direction to repent for their actions. Because that's all that's needed. True repentance from the hearts. True and genuine repentance. That's what's needed. And that's what is inevitable. I think this is the start of something great. have hope that this light will shine on these leaders, the light of true faith. I think that's all for today. Glory to God. Have mercy on me. And God willing, this goes great.